Hi, I am Darshan Jayatilaka. Today I am going to show you how to configure firewall rules in VMware NetSec. For this purpose, I am using HOL Lab 1A03-02. Okay, I'll make it full screen. Okay. First I'll log into the vCenter. Now I am in the vCenter. Here we have 3 clusters and some virtual machines. Okay. My requirement is to configure some firewall rules in between -01A and -02A. Okay. We'll try to do that. First we have to go to our NSX part. Just click on the home button and network and security. Inside that, let me make it full screen. Okay. Inside that we have firewall. In the configuration part, that we can see there are 2 firewall rules set, but as a best practice we are not going to edit these things. Okay. First what I will do is I'll open a session with web01. And one more session with web02. Load it, otherwise it will come as admin. Now it's root. There's no need to put password, it's already there. Okay. Web01A IP address is 172.16.10.11. Web02 it's 172.16.10.12. I can ping from the web01 to web01 2. Okay. I'll create the firewall rule. What I'll do is click on here, that plus sign, that will add one section. I can give a name, web 1 to web 2 w firewall. Okay. Publish changes, save the section. After that what I can do is click on here and there's a plus mark where we can add firewall rules. Okay. Expand it. The rule number is 2. Okay. So from this pencil map we can edit it. Here I'll name it as a ICMP block, as in ping block. Okay, source address, we have two options. First thing is I'll block it from the virtual machine level. What I can do is from the object type it's virtual machine. I'll select the virtual machine F0A, done. Then destination virtual machine 2, done. From here I have to select the services, or otherwise it's any tool, I mean any port, any source, any destination. Okay, source, I can from here just type the ICMP and press enter. ICMP echo, add it. Okay, click on OK. Not allow, we can block or reject. Done. We have published the change. We'll see. Same is still campaign. Let me check. Control C and clear the screen. Using arrow key, we can use the same command. Okay. Now we don't have a connectivity in between. Then we'll see from F02. But from the F02 we can connect to the F0A. That's the one method of configuring the firewall. Here we have the folder mark with Web01 to Web02 firewall. The firewall rule set. Inside that we can define multiple firewall rules. The firewall rule number 2 is block the ICMP. What I'll do is, if I add one more firewall rule, just right click here. Here we can define where we are going to add firewall rule. It's above or below. Let me show you one more thing. Okay, if I am now I am going to add ping allow rule on top of this rule number 2, which means add above. Okay, now that ICMP block rule number became to the rule number 3. This one is rule number 2. ICMP allow again it's VM. ICMP echo request. Here we can see most of the predefined services, the known ports and all, SMTP, let's say POP, HTTP, HTTPS. Most of the predefined ports are there. The well-known ports are there. No need to memorize all this. Okay. We allow one. Should be allow one. Okay. Now we'll see. Now we can ping from the Web01 A to Web01. Web02A. Okay. What we can understand is, inside the rule set, inside the firewall rule section, if we put allow rule first and deny rule following, then the allow rule will work. Okay. What I'll do is, copy add below. Sorry, I can delete this one. I have copied the rule number 2 and paste it on the rule number 4. Then I will delete this one. Now sorry. Now again we cannot ping, because in our rule set, first rule is a block rule, ICP block rule, it's denied. That's how it's working. It's working sequentially. If we have that duplicate conflict rules inside the rule set, the first rule will be worked. The other thing is, I want to show you, if you want to swap the rules, I mean move the rules priority, what I can do is just click on the rule. Say if I want to move that rule number 3 above rule number 2, click on here and move it up. Rather than copying, it's easy. That's how it works. Okay. And if you have, say, hundreds of rules, then I want to find out, if you want to filter the rules, what I can do is just click on the apply filter. Okay, source, virtual machine, web 0A, action, block action. Okay, it will show all the block rules which is initiated from web 0.1.8. I'll clear the rule. Okay. I'll delete the rule. Okay. Delete the second rule. Okay. Publish it in there. Now I'm going to show you one more feature. Okay, just click on here, add firewall rule. Okay. From the source, what I'll do is, here we have few options. We can give it cluster level, data center level, distributed port group in your DVS switch, IP set, local port group, legacy port group, logical switches, resource pool, security group. Okay. This is the good feature. Just click on the security group. Okay. From here, what I can do is, we can define dynamic security group. As an example, let me create. Yes. Let me create some virtual machine. Okay. Okay. Here we have some virtual machines. The names are starting from HR. I think HR belongs to HR department, some for payroll or whatever the application related things. Okay. Okay. I don't know what are the how many VMs are there. Say we have 1000 VMs, and then out of 1000 VMs we have 15 VMs which are related to the HR. Okay. If I want to create manual firewall rule, then I have to manually select HR virtual machines and add it to the rule. Okay. But as a human, there may be mistakes. Then we forgot to add HR app 01 or HR DB 01. Then it won't work properly. Okay. Then what I can do is, we can create dynamic rules. Okay. Depend on name. Okay. I'll show you that thing. Okay. I'll use this rule. Okay. I'll name it as a HR app rule. Go to the source. and select the. We can do it from two locations. I'll show you. Security group, new security groups, HRVM, define dynamic membership, any, not a computer OS name, it's a VM name, contains HR. We have a few options: VM name, computer name, security type, entity. Even we can configure the even we can configure the AD. I'll show you later. For this one I will use VM name contains HR. Okay, here actually no need to change it, but just I change it to the virtual machines. If you want to see what are the virtual machines belongs to that group, just click on it. Okay. The other location is not the service definition. Let me check. Inside the service composer, we can see security groups. HRVMs, virtual machines are 3. Now, depending on that source IP, we can define our firewall role. It's very easy. Okay. From here we can see saved configuration, at what time it saved and all things. If you go to the settings, we can see default session timers and all. Okay. That is about the firewall role creation thing. In my next video, we'll see some advanced configuration on the NSX. Thank you for watching this.